Now with it being Christmas, I could spend the day like everyone else with my family and friends, using the new stuff I got as presents and enjoying the day. Or I could play a video game that in a week's time is officially 7 years old. I think I'll do that. Yes, today we're playing FIFA 17 in 2022. I don't know why, I just thought I'd fancy coming back to the game. And so we're going to start looking at some of these squads from back in 2016 and the 17. And the first one we're going to look at is Barcelona, one they had back when they had MSA. That season where they put 6 past PSG after going 4-0 down the first leg. And Neymar got a hat-trick and injury time, I think. Anyway, so you can see the midfield as Iniesta, Busquets and Rakitic, an iconic midfield. This is one of the best. How did they got to the quarterfinals of the Champions League battles? This was such a good team. We've got Sergio Berto, who for some reason in this game was classified as centre mid. Piqué at centre back alongside Ter Stegen, and Mascherano, who is now a foot hero in the game. Yes, 6 years down the line, he's now a foot hero, a World Cup foot hero who's in the Premier League because he's bowled from the Prem in most of the times. Anyway, and Jordi Alba is at left back. So not a bad team. And I did notice when going into reserves they had a player called Gerrard. That's not Stephen Marshall. He was like, "Hi lads, I'm playing for Barcelona." Yeah, anyway, that is Barcelona's 16-17 squad. Now jumping over to their Spanish rivals, Real Madrid, where they had BBC. If you're from Britain, you know what that means. If you're American, it's a good thing for me over there. I'm not going to talk about it. Anyway, so basically, yeah, Ronaldo, Benzema and Bale. This is when Bale's actually a half decent footballer and wasn't playing golf. This is when Ronaldo had a club, and this is when Benzema wasn't winning the Ballon d'Or. So it's gone up for one of them. The other two, one's now been sacked, and the other plays golf more than his actual football. Anyway, the midfield they got James Rodriguez, who is probably one of those talents in football I got wasted. Luka Modric, who is still going at 37. How mad how he's still doing that? You see with Ronaldo, he's a massive drop off and not been sacked. With Modric, he isn't. Anyway, Kroos is also his midfield partner. Danny Carvajal is in at right back with them, and the centre back partnership. It still stayed strong, that partnership between Ramos and Pepe. Not Nicolas Pepe. Why do I think it was Nicolas Pepe? It's not Nicolas Pepe. He's not that. He's not that right winger from Arsenal. He's not him. Navas and Ramos. It's just Pepe. I don't know his first name. He's actually from Brazil, if you're interested. And for some reason he now blames everything on Argentina because Portugal lost the refs clearly Messi. Anyway, and Marcelo, who's recently signed for Olympiacos, is the left back. Now moving on to Argentina, the world champions in real life. And the attack's not changed apart from Sergio Aguero's been replaced with Julian Alvarez. Not like that, I mean, Aguero's divorced to retire due to medical issues, and Julian Alvarez is just good at football. Yeah. The attack is the same, but with Julian Alvarez placing. The midfield is where you start to see a lot of change. You got Biglia, Bandia, and Mascherano. All three of them are either giving up on football or one's playing out in Dan. I don't know where Banji's in playing. The defensemen get shaky. You got Marcus Rojo, Phineas Moore, Otamendi is the best out of a bunch, Macedo, and Romero. Yeah, in 6 years later, I would win the World Blooming Cup. Fair play. Considering also the Copa America, that's one. Now we've gone to the Premier League, and let's start off with the team that won the Premier League that season, Chelsea, and they got Ian Hazard before he clearly spent most of his time in McDonald's. You got Diego Costa is, for me, probably the Andrew Tate of football. Some people love him because he's funny because of his weird antics, and some people absolutely despise him. Yeah, they've also got Willian, who at his time at Chelsea was actually half decent. We are not going to touch on his time at Arsenal because that was shocking. 250 grand a week he made. He did nothing. Anyway, moving on to the midfield, which is Cesc Fabregas. And N'Golo Kante, who looks like he's seen a ghost. He just looks so confused in this picture. And Matic. Yes, Matic came in the Premier League back in 2017. He now plays for Roma. And for 36 or something. I think he's basically given up. Anyway, Azpilicueta, who just looks interesting as photo. John Terry, who hide your wife, in the famous words of Harry. But don't know, basically, the story is John Terry apparently stole Wayne Bridges' wife from him in about 2006 or something like that. I don't know when it was. Anyway, they've got Thibaut Courtois, who is officially the man of the match in the Champions League final, the most season champions in Crown history. Gary Cahill, he won the Premier League. And then Branislav Ivanovic, who's probably most famous for getting bit by Luis Suarez. He did win, what, 3 Premier Leagues, so he's had an alright career apart from getting bit. Anyway, moving on to the team that currently top of the Premier League in 2022 is also, they had Olivier Giroud, you know, when he wasn't out in Milan. I'm actually wearing a Milan shirt whilst recording. So we got Mesut Ozil here, Aaron Ramsey. For some reason they're playing Andy Cazorla DM despite him being central attacking midfield. Granit Xhaka, when he was decent, then he had that slump and got hit by everyone, and then came back in the Premier League. Alexis Sanchez, when he would have bit someone to get a move away from Arsenal, then he got a move away from Arsenal. It's been absolutely dog poo ever since he got there. Montreal, and just looks like a happy bloke sometimes, or another guy that's seen Vietnam flag. No. Like Shelley, who announced he was leaving Arsenal by ripping off their shirt and bringing on the Bordeaux shirt, the club he was moving to. Petr Cech was somehow 88 rated. The man, I think, was 88 rated in FIFA 19, or I think it was 84 in FIFA 19. That's the time. Germany tried to qualify for top 4 with Rob Holding at the back. They don't even play him now, and that's about 7 years. 7 years. It's there for some reason in the future. And Hector Bellerin may as well be someone on TikTok. He's a teenager on TikTok, I'm convinced. Now, moving on to the team that put the pressure on as the R3 went back round as Tottenham released Stephen DVD. They actually finished second in the 2016-2017 team. They got Harry Kane, a really reliable penalty taker for England in the quarterfinals of World Cups. Dele Alli, who was big crap now. Eric Lamela, who's I think I've never heard of him since I remember. They've had Ed Sheeran in the also Eric Dyer, but he does look like Ed Sheeran, let's be honest. Moussa Dembele, actually a good player on his day. When he played, I think he retired in China. Christian Eriksen, when there's a playing him left mid. They didn't realise they played Son there. Danny Rose, who apparently thought back in 2020 Real Madrid should be looking at him. He thought they should replace Marcelo, a legend of the game, with Danny Rose. Really? Anyway, we got the Rentois. Come on, if we ask Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, we're talking about Real. They got Hugo Lloris. And yes, someone that's surprising. Kyle Walker played for Tottenham Hotspur. He didn't. Was actually quite good, and then Man City needed to win the league, so they just chucked money and they got him. Yeah, just stealing the rival's best players, lads. Anyway, Man United, who were shocked in your face this game because of Martial being one of the cover stars. They got Ibra and Rudy. Martial's here on the cover. He was one of the ambassadors for the game. Rice was on the cover. Henrik Mkhitaryan, who was in the swap for Sanchez. Martial will be the best player in the world. Paul Pogba and the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Moran Fellaini. Look at that afro. He's actually got rid of it. He just looks quick and iceable. Go back, Moran. It was you can make me use that. You and that. Luke Shaw, who was probably dead. That is trimmed probably dead in the mine. Actually, now mine's looks like a mop. I haven't got my head about 3-4 months. Yeah, that's it. Eric Bailly played for the Ivory Coast or Cote d'Ivoire, and now as you need to get your country knowledge in. He is joined by David De Gea, who was 90 rated in the joint highest rated goalkeeper in this game. Chris Smalling and Valencia. No, not Enner Valencia, that guy that scored twice against Qatar. They didn't continue twice to a right back. But the funny thing is, this Valencia is actually from Ecuador. Not mad. How many Ecuadorians are called Valencia? Interesting, you say. Well, so I don't think he went to this World Cup. I think he retired for the match out recently. Anyway, Man City, the team who were on track to win their 3rd Premier League if they could beat Arsenal. Well, from the Sergio Aguero, Sterling and Naito. I don't think anyone's heard of Naito since 2017. And you got David Silva, Fernandinho, and Kevin De Bruyne. This was the same year Kevin De Bruyne got hit in the face by a Rabona shot by Mini Minter. Yes, one of the greatest midfielders probably I've ever seen. Was generally hit in the face by Mini Winter. A football proponent, then they posted that kind of good clip. Go watch it. Anyway, they got Banya Sanya for some reason, Nicholas Otamendi, Willie Caballero. They wonder why they lost 4-0 to Everton. They got John Stone this first season. They spent £40 million on him with Everton. So yeah, and now he's a staple of the England team, and remember he was a defender. And looks like the only thing Serbia can actually do and produce is fullbacks. Kolarov being the left back of Manchester City. Also, there's some reason they bench Yaya Toure because of a birthday cake. Anyway, the last team I think we're doing is Liverpool, the team who are really struggling real life in the Premier League. They had Phil Coutinho when he was good, Daniel Sturridge when he was good, and Sadio Mane when he was less good, and he actually at the club. We also have Adam Lallana before he became a manager for about a week this season. John Henderson when he was still as good as he is now. He's probably been the same for about the last 20 years. He's not been playing football for 20 years, but he probably has been the same. Gini Wijnaldum when he was actually good at football and wasn't breaking his ACL, was about 5 minutes into rejoining the club. Alex Moreno, who you probably know for saying, "Get out, Manchester United! Get out!" Yep. Clever Neil, you definitely haven't heard since at least 2016. In goal, I've got Sam Van Mignola, and here's his reaction to realising he's in the team for about 5 years before. Someone has confused him so much. Take that picture. The world's best defender, according to himself, and only himself, David Lovren. And Nathaniel Clyde, a name you definitely haven't heard since 2017. Thank you very much, Bobby, though. Oh, we've also got the GOAT of goalkeeping, Karius. Yeah, just to talk about that Champions League final. Anyway, now after looking at the teams, we're going to jump into a one-season career mode we're going to do. And I was thinking of doing, I was going to do a Prem 1. I mean, I just thought, because it was the first season the manager was there. And they're a team, they try and go on the track. In real life, they're probably in a row. They hadn't won one since 2014 in this game. So, I went for Manchester City. It was Pep's first season. This is the team we're going to go for. I think we need to look for a right back, a left back, and a goalkeeper. So I got Willie Caballero in goal. So actually, the first signing was a left back for Jordi Alba, £31 million plus Nicholas Otamendi going to Barcelona. We picked up the Spanish left back. We signed a goalkeeper then in Keylor Navas from Real Madrid for £43 million. And just like we didn't realise, they stole Kyle Walker. This time it wasn't for 15, it was £25 million we signed him for. Considering we sent Otamendi the other way, we needed a centre back, and that's what we did. We signed Nicola. Not Nicola. Why do I keep thinking he's called Nicolas Pepe? So we're going to sim halfway through this season and to see where we are in the league table, and we will be doing that in roughly 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now in January, and we are currently 3rd in the league. So that cough. Spurred to after a second, but I want to bring your attention to look who's 18th in the league table. Liverpool Football Club are 18th in the Premier League. How? I don't know, but they are genuinely in a relegation battle. And I'll give you a clue. They don't get out of the relegation battle, they stay in the relegation battle, fine. You'll find out in the end if they get relegated or not. And so here's the Champions League. In real life, they had Real Madrid, Young Boys, and Copenhagen. We actually topped that group. I don't think they did in real life, because they got Monaco. So the Champions League last 16 is Dortmund, PSV, Olympic Lyon versus Sporting, Roma, Benfica, Arsenal, Barcelona, Man City, Leverkusen, Monaco, Sevilla, Tottenham, Real Madrid, and Bayern, PSG. There was an apology to make. I was gonna show our Champions League run, but clearly recording software had other ideas and just didn't record. So, yep. Thanks, Sony. Great, you've got great screen recording. Anyway, so you're gonna jump to the end of the season where I play a game against Watford in the Premier League. And here we are. We are going to play our final game of the season against Watford. We have already won the Premier League. I'll give you that as a clue. We are champions, despite if we win or lose this game. Yeah, so let's get into it. Here we have an attack here. Sergio Aguero on the ball here. 17 minutes and cuts inside, but well dispossessed from Watford. Although they kind of just launched it into out of play. And now here we can certainly put in a good cross. The answer to that question is no. That's one of the most dreadful crosses I've seen all day. Here comes Watford here. Barini cuts inside. Oh, just puts it past the post. Good chance there for the Watford. And here comes Amrabat. Amrabat takes it down and puts it in the back corner. Now, I have been doing my research. This is not Southern Amrabat, the one that's been lighting up the World Cup for Morocco. This is normal Amrabat. He used to play for Morocco. Actually got to the 2018 World Cup. So no, it's not the one that's linked with Liverpool and clubs like that now. Here's a chance though for Watford. Ball put in. They get it clear though. But they win it back. Here's your mat. Joy Yaba can't win it back. And Vincent Kompany goes in and gives away a stupid penalty. Why have to leave John Stones? Why have I just had to leave John Stones? No, I've actually been in trouble before because I couldn't face the thing before. I forgot to dive. It's the right stick. So here we go. Amrabat, the goal scorer, taking a penalty and it's been saved. And I immediately turn around. And now, can we produce a Houdini on Watford? Here we come, Kyle Walker now. Gives it to Sterling. Oh, and he goes down and gets injured. That's great. And that is all that was going to happen before the half-time break. It's Watford 1, Man City now. It's a corner, crosser here. Fed Kevin De Bruyne, who really headed it, then headed it again. Well, no, the play for the second time. Here's Kevin De Bruyne, though, trying to play it through. Oh, they made a mistake at the back of Watford. Aguero! Oh, he's good save from their goalkeeper. I think it's pointing his name. Anyway, number 30. I think, if I've got his name wrong, I'm sorry. Good save there. Now can we get a corner? We got a corner. Can't we do something from it? Kyle Walker couldn't really get on his head on it. And now here's De Bruyne. He's going to put a cross in. It's almost like a Travella corner. Let's hip it out for another corner for us. Can we make something of the second corner? And you know, third attack of this recording. Can we get a good chance at? They head it out of play again, but this time we can say third time looking for the corner. So can we score from this corner? Absolutely not. They get it clear. Actually, have a good chance here because Amrabat has found its way behind, and he's only got the tired legs of Pepe to compete against him. He's 35, I think, in this game. And Sterling has struck back. Amrabat's made his way through, and he's just put it past the post. Good chance there for Watford. But despite our best efforts at the end, there was no goals to come for us. And so despite us winning the Premier League, we lost the game against Watford. But confirmation, we have won the league. Liverpool just about finished 17th. They only survived by 3 goals. 3 goals is all that kept them in the league. They kept them in the league. In the FA Cup final, the final beat Arsenal versus Swansea. In the EFL Cup, Arsenal won 4-1 in the final against Bournemouth. And in the Champions League, met to the semi-final before getting beat by Arsenal. They have beat Dortmund in the final. So yeah, all in all, FIFA 17 is a good game, and I recommend you come back to it. And it's just, yeah, I really enjoy playing making this video and playing the game. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Bye! Yeah, no, it's been a long time video.